a video on the Sloe Gin that I made, where I kind of made it three different ways. So I used a food grade alcohol, which is this one, and then we used a normal gin, and then we used a vodka, just out of interest. I've got quite a bit actually now, looking at all the bottles that I made. I've got these, and then I've got another three, which are bigger than those. So I really went to town on it. So, and then I was supposed to be bottling it off at Christmas, but I was talking to my friends, and they leave theirs macerating. Macerating the right word? For don't you put something in sugar and fruit? Isn't that macerating? I can't remember. But they leave it for 8 months and then bottle it. So I left it for 8 months. So we are now 8 months since I did it, which seems like an eternity ago. But anyway, so we've got the one that was made with the food grade alcohol. We've got the one that was made with the gin, and then we've got one that was made with the vodka, just for a bit of fun. We'll give them a taste, and then we'll kind of see. And I think I can see at the bottom that there's sediment at the bottom of the containers. So I think it's going to be a case of pouring off the top of the alcohol, and then when we get down to the bottom, we might actually have to filter that. And then with the fruit, I've been faffing around making fruit cakes with different types of fruit. So I think we'll give the Sloe berries a taste, and we'll see if we could make a fruit cake out of it. My friend, she puts them in trifles, takes the stones out and puts them in trifles. She said, lovely. So, but I think we'll do a fruit cake. But anyway, so let's have a taste. So the gin one is the classic. So we'll taste the gin one first, and then we'll kind of see. We'll be able to get a comparative difference type of thing. So it looks a great colour. There's no kind of growth or anything like that. It looks nice and clear on the top. It looks a great colour. There's just a bit of stalk there. We don't want that, do we? So look at that. It's a lovely colour. Let me just get that moving to there. I don't want to move the bottles around too much because it'll shake up the sediment. Oh, and I'm seeing my sister this week as well, and I wouldn't mind giving her a bottle of this. Well, that's delicious. That's much nicer than the stuff you buy in the shop. Yeah. So it's not too sweet, which I don't like really, really sweet things. Unless it's like treacle sponge, obviously. So that's really nice. That is really nice. Excuse me, I'll wipe the spoon and be a little bit clean. So that's really nice, is that? That's really good. That's really, really, really good. So, gin one is perfect. So the recipe for the gin one works, and I don't think it'll need that much more maturing, but once I bottle it up, it'll kind of see how long it lasts in the bottles. This is the vodka one. So just have to have a look. I don't know how now we've got a little bit of growth on the seal, so we'll just have to be careful about that one. It's on the outside, so it's obviously where there's been a little bit of fruit and a little bit of sugar on the outside. We've got a little bit of mould growth, but that'll be fine. Put that to wash. We'll get some paper out instead. So, fresh spoon. Similar type of colour. It's not going to taste the same because this is vodka, so basically it's vodka's just basically alcohol. But you know, nice, just as nice. So I don't really think you need to use, I don't think it makes that much difference. Obviously the botanicals in the gin are going to improve it. They're going to give you like a more complex type of thing, but the juniper is interesting enough anyway. So I think I'll keep it. yeah, I think I'll bottle it off separately. So I'll bottle off the gin separately to the vodka. If it was going to be, what was my thoughts were, what I was just going to do is I was just going to mix everything together in the end and just kind of go, well, the vodka one didn't work and it wasn't as nice. Or if it wasn't nice, I was just going to mix it in because I've got a lot more gin than I've got of the vodka. I was just going to pour it in and it'll kind of, and not kind of waste it. But that's kind of quite nice. So I think we'll put it in a separate bottle and then we'll kind of see how that matures further. And then this is like just the pure alcohol one. She's got a little bit of growth on the outside, but it can't be helped. Sometimes these things happen. We just have to be careful when we take the alcohol out that we just wipe everything down and make sure it's all nice and clean. So, how's this one going to taste? So this is the 95% food grade alcohol. Actually, look, that's a different colour entirely. There's that. So I don't know why it hasn't wanted to pull out the colour of the berries. Jesus, that's still strong. That tastes like rocket fuel. See if we can dig a berry out. Ah, that's why. I haven't done anything to the berries. Ah, right, okay. Ah, right, okay. So, it's toughened the berries up as the alcohol. So we can't. You can tell that's really strong alcohol. So what's happened there, I think, is that it's like pickled the fruit. So can we? I don't know if we can get. I don't really want to go down to the bottom without disturbing it. Or have we got? So I've got another container of the gin one. Let's go down to the bottom of this, and we'll pull out a fruit, and we'll see how that's happened with that one. Because if I stick a spoon in there or there, it's going to want to overflow out. So what's happened to the fruit? I don't know, because the fruit's kind of quite hard on these as well. Alright, okay. So I think the food grade alcohol has in fact pickled it. So not a good idea to use food grade alcohol. Not a good idea. But we don't try, we don't know, do we? That's the honest answer. So yeah, okay. So what's this one? This is a gin one as well. No, that tastes really good as well. So the alcohol one doesn't work as well. It works kind of, but not much. But it's like rocket fuel. So I might mix the stronger alcohol. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it separate. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the gin ones because the gin ones are lovely. So I don't want to ruin it with the food grade alcohol. So I might just keep the food grade alcohol one separate as well, and then we'll keep the vodka one separate as well. But anyway, there. So 8 months later, that recipe's. I can't remember who gave me the recipe. Was it my friend? I think it was my friend who gave me the recipe. But they're delicious, and I think. So a couple of years ago, I went out and I picked wild blackberries, And wild blackberries taste differently than the ones that you buy in the fruit and veg shop or in the supermarket. They taste different, and they've got more of a woody type of flavour to them. You know, kind of like nicer. They've got a more interesting flavour to them, and I think it must be the same with Sloes as well. That the ones, the Sloe Gin that you buy in the supermarkets or wherever, they will have cultivated Sloe bushes, so they will taste slightly different than going out and finding Sloe berries in the wild. But there we go, a success. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Probably end up giving it away. Probably have to make it into cocktails, I think. Could you maybe add a bitter element to it and make like a Negroni type of thing? Maybe. That might just be nice on its own. But anyway, so I'm going to bottle them off, and then I'm sure we'll be able to make some kind of fruit cake with the fruit. But there we go, a success. I've just now got to faff around with it and bottle it up.